Alexander Sherry Gianni. It's 3:56, September 5th. I'm on the right hand penguin duck birthmark. So these people love to control information and they love to misrepresent information and feed misrepresented information to other people. They love to play intermediary. So their tactics are feeding people misrepresented evidence or info and not even telling people what's really said. Another hustle they love is telling you what you want to hear. They love that hustle. And then they go to their little world, wherever the fuck these weird little telepathy people go, and then they tell you that things are going to be handled, everything's all good. These guys are in prison, or the Satan's in prison, or evildoers going to prison, things are being handled. They try to ease your worries, but then, something else entirely different is going on and they're, conspiring to murder you or something. So they do hustles like that or they'll even, they'll like, for instance, sometimes I'll make stupid jokes because I'm just a weird person and, they'll pretend to laugh, but then they'll go spin the joke somewhere. Like I was making a joke about, kosher foods being some Illuminati monetization scheme. I was just making some stupid joke because some of these people are always talking about monetizing jazz. They'll probably steal that and spin and be like, he taught us to make a dietary law to make money and make it a monetization scheme. And they'll go tell people that, and then they'll go run with it and start trying to implement some dietary law as a monetization scheme. And I was just making some stupid joke about kosher foods being a monetization scheme to capitalize off the Jewish people. I mean, it's a joke. I wasn't serious because some of these guys are trying to monetize stuff all the time. They're always talking about that and driving me crazy. Uh, but they'll take that and run with it and go spin it. And they'll like tell their parents or tell someone, no, I don't support that. You don't need to make a dietary law for Catholics. Although I made little bites of Jesus, but that was a joke. I wasn't serious about making a restaurant with food blessed by the Pope and creating dietary laws for Catholics as a monetization scheme. That was a joke. I was saying it in my guitar room one day. So, yeah, and my jokes about, Jesus should taste good. Why we have a flavorless Jesus? Why are we eating flavorless Jesus as unleavened bread? Why don't they instead of, when you're like, instead of going up to receive the communion, why don't they have like a dinner plate and, you get a T-bone steak or a filet mignon and have the Pope do transubstantiation on that and you eat like, filet mignon so Jesus tastes good. It was some stupid joke. I wasn't serious. But they'll take that and run with it and turn it into some bullshit. And and they'll be like it's a monetization scheme or something to sell filet mignons or something. He owns the company or some bullshit. They'll do some hustle like that. It's just fucking crazy. Um, he owns. That's my scheme. I'm gonna promote to the Catholics. They need to make Jesus taste good. We don't need a flavorless Jesus. Um, and then they're gonna tell people I'm gonna buy some filet mignon company that provides um, food filet mignons that fulfill Catholic dietary law to churches. Yeah, I could see them doing that. Don't fall for bullshit. But so they one other thing they love to tell you what you want to hear, and they like to quell your fears with bullshit. And they'll tell you what you want to hear while they're doing something entirely different. And because they control the communication, they take advantage of that. So be wary.